So the next, I'm going to check your blood vessels. So let me palpate the artery from your extremities. This one. And the radial arteries. Okay. And the femoral arteries. Popliteal arteries. And the posterior tibial arteries. The dorsalis pedis artery. Okay. So all the arteries from the extremities, they are palpable. The pulse rhythm is regular, and the carotid artery, all the arteries they are palpable. They are smooth. The amplitude is 2 on a scale 0 to 4. And the next I'm going to inspect the peripheral vein to see any insufficiency. I don't see any atrophy. There's no loss of hairs. There's no varicosities. All the nail beds, they are good. The pink color, there's no clogging. There's no fungal nails, no edema. Okay, and the skin is warm. So the same thing for the hands, the nail beds, no clubbing, no cyanosis. Good, it's warm. Good. Auscultate the carotid arteries for the roots. So all the other artery growths have been already checked in the abdomen parts. When she's lie flat, turn the head to the other side, the external jugular vein is obvious. I don't see the internal jugular vein, but also I can see the pulse from the external jugular vein. It's a double waveform. It's not palpable. But the carotid artery is a single waveform, and it's palpable. And also, when she's raising the head, you raise the head, so the distension and the pulsation can change. Right now, I can see the distension is not so obvious as before. So I'm going to check the jugular vein pressure. It's about 30 degrees. Using one ruler from the highest part of the distension. So this is a longitudinal, and measure the distance from the Lewis angle to the longitudinal ruler. It's about 3 centimeters. I'm going to check your cranial nerves. We'll start with the cranial nerve 1. Do you have any nasal congestion?
No.
So could you occlude one of your nasals and tell me what's the
Alcohol.
smelling? So do the same thing for the other nostrils. And the second cranial nerve is optical cretic nerve. We already checked the eye vision before, and also the confrontation test already been done. I'm going to check the cranial nerve 3, 4, and 6. I'm going to check your ocular movement. So just follow my fingers. Okay. I don't see any nystagmus. Do you have a double vision?
No.
Okay. The next, I'm going to check your cranial nerve number 5, trigeminal. I don't see any face dropping to one side, no fasciculation, no muscle atrophy. So could you clench your teeth? So the muscle tone is symmetrical. Good. Okay, next I'm going to check your sensation. If you feel I'm touching you, let me know.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, next I'm going to ask you, is it like a dull pain or it's a sharp pain?
Sharp. Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Sharp.
Okay. The cranial nerve number 8, acoustic nerve, we already checked before. It's a hearing, Weber test, and whisper test, and Renner test. So the next, I'm going to check your cranial nerve 9, glossopharyngeal. I'm going to check the gag reflex. It's uncomfortable. Open your mouth. Ah! Okay, good. Would you take a swallow for me? Good. Cranial nerve number 10 is a vagus nerve. It's a gag reflex. I already did it. So when I did the gag reflex, I can see the uvular, the palate, uvula in the middle line. The palate is moving. Could you say ah?
Ah.
Okay, the uvular in the middle line, the uvular and the softer palate, they are moving. There's no hoarseness, no problem with the pronunciation. Cranial nerve number 11, final accessory nerve. So could you shrug your shoulders? Good. And try to push my hand this side. Okay, good. So the trapezius and the sternocleidomastoid muscle has been checked. To check your tone. Okay, could you open your mouth and protrude your tongue? Go up, go down, left, right. Good. Try use your tongue to push my finger. Good. Push my finger. Good. Okay, the next I'm going to check your cerebellum function is coordination and the fine motor skills. Can you pat your knees and come up and down and pat your knees? Do it fast. Good. I'm going to do the finger to nose test. Touch my finger, then touch your nose. The hair to chin test, straight line. Next, the Romberg test. Could you stand up? Then put your hands aside. Close your eyes. Are you feeling you are going to fall?
No.
No? Okay, good. Could you walk a little bit? Yeah, come to walk a little bit. So I can see the gait is steady. Okay, the gait is a regular rhythm. It has a smooth and symmetrical stride length. Good. To check your sensory function, the first one is the superficial touch and pain. When I touch you, could you let me know? Close your eyes.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Tell me it's a sharp pain or it's a dull pain. Okay, close your eyes.
Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Sharp. Sharp.
The next is perception of the position sense. So could you reach out your hands, close your eyes, tell me the finger is up or down?
Down. Up.
Okay. Close your eyes or put object in your hands, tell me what it is.
A coin.
Good. So close your eyes, I'm going to touch you, tell me how many points, it's 2 points or it's 1 point?
2. 1. 2.
Okay. So close your eyes. I'm going to draw a picture in your hand. Let me know what is the picture is. It's a number.
8.
No. I'm going to touch your skin. Let me which area I'm touching you.
Left. Left foot.
Next, I'm going to check the superficial and the deep tendon reflex. First is abdominal reflex. So I can see there's a slight movement of umbilicus to the area of stimulation. The plantar reflex. This side. Good. The back skin is negative. Okay. The deep tendon reflex, the biceps. Okay. The bronchial radius. And the triceps. The patellar reflex. The Achilles. The test for ankle clunus. There's no rhythmic or circulation movement. Next, I'm going to check the musculoskeletal system. Take a look at the position. It's symmetrical. It's symmetrical in the alignment. There's no lordosis. There's no kyphosis. There's no scoliosis. Good. The skin is already checked before. Let me check your muscle. It's symmetrical in the sides. Good. Good. Could you flex your elbow? So this is active flexion, active range of motion. Use the force. That's the passive range of motion. The same side. Do it again. Good. The next, I'm going to check your hands and your wrist. Okay. Palpate each joint. There's no tenderness, no swollen, no nodules. Take a look at the palms. Some landmarks there. Good. And could you put your fingers together, spread them? Okay. I don't see any deviation. All right. Okay. Could you bend your finger forward and extend your fingers? Good. The same thing with your wrist. So good. And flex it. Good. All right. Touch your thumb to each finger, to the base of your small finger. Good. And with your palm side down, turn your hand left and right. Good. Check your strength. Grasp my finger. Good. I'm going to inspect your elbows. So there's a natural carrying angle. It's about 15 degrees. Palpate. No swollen. No nodules. No mass. All right. That's good. The joint is smooth. No warmth. Next, I'm going to check the range of motion. Now let me check a range of motion. So extend your arms, then flex it 90 degrees, then rotate your hands. Okay, good. Flex your elbow, push my hand. Good, okay. Next, I'm going to check your shoulders. So palpate the shoulder to see any deformities. This is a clavicular, turn around. This is scapular. So I don't feel any muscle. Do you have any pain?
No.
So bilateral, symmetrical. Good. Palpate the biceps groove, the muscle insertion. There's no tenderness, no swollen. The same thing, check the other. You shrug your shoulders. Good. Raise your arm forward and over your hand. Okay. Raise your arm laterally and over your hand. Good. Place both your arms behind you, elbows out. and place both your arms over your head, elbows out. I'm going to check your temporomandibular joint. Could you open your mouth, open and close it? Do you feel any pain?
No.
So there's no pain, no tenderness, no locking sound. No pain, no crackness, no tenderness, no locking sound. 站在这里，看着。Could you open and close your mouth? Laterally move your lower chin. Okay. And protrude your lower chin. Retract your lower chin. So clench your teeth. Okay. I'm not going to check your neck. So inspect the neck from anterior and from the posterior part. So it's symmetrical, and the cervical is in concave with the head. The head in the middle line. So palpate the cervical vertebral process and also the paravertebral muscles. Ask the patient, do you have any pain?
No.
No pain, no tenderness.
No.
Skin is intact. Bend the head forward. Okay. Bend the head to each side. And turn the head to each side. The strength of the sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius muscle is already checked with the cranial nerve 11. Next, I'm going to check the thoracic and the vertebral spine. You turn around. So this is the C7 process. This is the scapular, and this is the iliac crest. Iliac crest, they are at the same height, so it's bilateral symmetrical. So the next, I'm going to palpate to see any tenderness. Any tenderness?
No.
No. And the Pacals vertebral process. So that's the down sound. Good. So there's no tenderness, no muscle spasm. There's no mass. Bilateral symmetrical. Good. Could you bend forward at the waist? Good. And bend the back at the waist. Good. And bend to each side as far as you can. Good. So I'm going to hold your iliac crest and try to rotate. Okay. Good. So next, I'm going to check your hips. Take an inspection from anterior and the posterior. So this is the iliac crest, and this is the trochanter. So they are, and the iliac crest at the same height. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Please swing your leg back without bending your knees. Good. So swing your leg laterally and medially. Good. Flex the knee, keeping the foot on the table, and rotate the leg with the flexed knee toward the other leg. Good. Place the lateral aspect of the foot on the knee of the other leg. Good. Next, I'm going to check your muscle strength. Try to push my hand. Good. So the next, I'm going to check your knees. So inspect the knees in extend position and flex position to see any swollen, any lesions. Both of them, good. Do you feel any pain?
No.
So no pain, no swollen. So this is the patellar. There's the natural concavities. Next, I'm going to examine your range of motion from your knees. Could you bend both of your knees? Good. And straighten your legs and raise it. Okay, good. Next, I'm going to test your strength. So please flex your knees. Try to push my hand. Good. Next, I'm going to check your ankles and your feet. So take inspection from the anterior aspect and also posterior aspect. This is a rounded, smooth malleolar prominences. This is the hairs. Could you take a walk? Good. So when she's walking, I can see there's a longitudinal arch. Then palpate the joint to see any swollen, no swollen. Do you have any pain?
No.
No pain, no tenderness. So the next I'm going to check your range of motion. Could you please point the foot toward the ceiling? Okay. Could you point the foot toward the floor? Good. Bend the foot at the ankle. Then turn the sole of the foot toward and away from the other foot. Good. Rotate the ankle, turn the foot away from and toward the other foot while 等一下，不对了。Bend the foot at the ankle, turn the sole of the foot toward then away from the other foot. Good. Next, I'm going to hold your leg, then rotate your foot. Good. Then bend and straighten the toes. Okay. Next, I'm going to check your muscle. Try to push my hand. Good.